Well, hello from here at Epic Universe, where previews have officially begun.
Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So if you guys watched our previous video, we stayed at the Helios Grand for 2 nights. And then we did our first preview yesterday. We actually ended up live streaming it, so we have a live stream. We'll put in the description.
Yeah.
But today is kind of our day to kind of bring you guys along around the park. We're gonna kind of check out some of our favorite things that we did yesterday. Yeah. And also kind of discover some of the stuff we didn't do yesterday as well.
We'll go in the stores, we'll eat at the restaurants, we'll ride some rides, and we'll take you guys along for as much of it as they'll let us.
It's really cool because there's so many details packed into this park. So I'm just excited to get going. We're here, we're ready to go in. It's gonna be such a fun time.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I think we'll go in and enjoy the park here today and bring you guys along.
So just for reference, right over here is where you're gonna go through security and enter the park, and then you'll come over here and enter through the Chronos into Celestial Park. Once you get into Celestial Park, it kind of branches off into 4 different areas. We'll show all of it more in detail as we go through the park, but this is where you start off.
This is cool though, because yesterday it was really fun, but we were just rushing to everything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of cool to kind of take this in and just go into the park and get like a leisurely walk into the park instead of rushing to certain rides, rope drop.
All right, here we go, walking through the portal, through the Chronos.
This is so cool though, that like once you go under the Chronos, you get like this grand view of the park. Something else to note, like this whole area like here with all the different stores is like covered. So like if it's raining or if you need some shade, I know there's not a lot of shade in this area up here. You can kind of get your shade here. But I also really love that they kind of have backstories for all these stores too.
Yeah, so each of them have different characters.
Yeah.
That is Captain Cacao.
Yeah.
I think he ventures around with Maya of the Skies.
Yeah.
And Maya of the Skies and Captain Cacao built this chocolate store, I
And
guess.
like they go around the universe and they find all these different treats and they bring them to Celestial Park.
Yeah.
So this whole gift shop, this whole chocolate like confectionery store is themed to their moonship, where they go around and they go through everywhere. And I love so much that they have literal merchandise for this new character.
Captain. Apparently they have a plush of him that's been selling out like crazy. But you can see they have like a backpack of him and a hat and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Also over here, just past these stores, you're going to find one of 2 sit-down restaurants in this park. This is Atlantic. I think it's like a steak and seafood type restaurant, and they have some of the menu out here. Yeah, a lot of different seafood, like, lobster roll, steaks, chicken. Oh, it changed.
Oh.
There we go, some appetizers. It looks pretty good.
It's a glass restaurant, so it kind of has like a view of everything too. So I don't know, I'm just overwhelmed right now because there's just so much to see around here, and I'm just excited to be in the park. This is so cool.
From what I understand at the moment, Atlantic is not taking reservations. They're gonna be walk-up only. That being said, it doesn't seem like they've been terribly busy lately. So I don't know if you really need to like rush there if you really want to eat there. I don't know.
Look at this view though. Like look at the water. Like there's a water fountain around it. And like imagine sitting there with all the water shows and all the things happening around
all of this water runs together too. Like you can see those waterfalls off in the distance. That's the water over by the Apollo statue that we showed. And then this is the fountain where they do the water shows. And then that also flows from the water over by the Helios Grand too. So there's water up next to that.
It's a really fun entrance to this park, and there's just a lot to see and do. It's so cool.
And we got a sign here with a little look at the wait times. Things are a little bit more busy today than they were yesterday. 160 minutes for Mario Kart. That's wild.
We came this way, we're right by the Nintendo portal, which I think was one of my favorites from yesterday. But I think one of the things for today, like we hardly got any time in Isle of Berk yesterday.
We spent a lot of time in Nintendo. I think it was probably both of our favorites. I didn't even go in Isle of Berk, so I really want to go in there and see it for myself.
So I think our first stop for the day, we're gonna head over to How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk, kind of explore there, and we'll just bring you guys along for the fun.
It's just across the way, so it's still pretty.
All the portals are like 2 by 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2, close enough.
On our way over there, we did stop at one of the concierge desks and inquire about the Express Pass. I personally wasn't going to buy Express Pass for today because yesterday there was like no one here. Like there was no reason to have Express Pass.
So good.
I was just curious how expensive it was, and they did let me know it was $220. And as of now, I think it's 11:30 right now. It was already sold out. So if you really want it, you're gonna pay for it, and you better get it early.
Now I know one thing. We actually got these tickets for today this morning at the ticket booth at our hotel. And they offered Express Pass.
Yeah, they asked.
On it.
So I believe you can buy Express Pass at your hotel starting at 7 a.m. at the vacation planning desk is what I've heard. So,
I don't think you'll need it for these previews. They might put capacity up as we get forward.
Maybe.
It's hard to say at this point.
Yeah, as of now, it's not needed at all. Here's a closer look at this portal itself. Look, the dragon kind of like spins around that ball, so it's kind of neat.
It's so fun. You could spend like a long time like looking at this portal before you go in, and that's just a really cool like detail as you're getting forward.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll go in and see what we see here today. This is so cool.
Let's head through.
Oh, I like that when you go through too, like you hear a lot of sounds reminiscent of all the different worlds of the films and whatever they're based off of.
I gotta say, it does look really good in here, and I'm not personally like a huge fan of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise, but I feel like they did a good enough job of this. It almost feels like it's its own unique like story just for the park.
I feel like Disney did that good with Pandora.
Yeah,
Many people didn't really like Avatar, but then they went to the land and they're like, oh.
It tells its own story. You don't need to be familiar with the movie to appreciate like the architecture and the like color and Before we get too far into our day today, we did want to stop and get a little bit of a snack. And so we made a little pit stop here at the Spitfire Grill, I think it's called. Apparently this meat is cooked by dragon flame, is what I understand. So we got the steak bowl. It has some beef on there, it has some sweet potatoes, some mushrooms, and a bit of rice there. It's also supposed to have a manchego cheese somewhere. I don't really see too much cheese. And then this, I guess, is a horseradish sauce. So it looks really good. It smells good.
Something that's really cool about this restaurant, they have the, I forgot what they call it. It's like the hooligan seating area.
Yeah.
And then over here, you have this really nice, like, shaded seating area that overlooks the fire drill attraction.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to sit here, you can watch the boats go by. And, I mean, that's just so cool. I love these
I mean, just look at the view in general. Like, you have up there, those are like dragon houses or something.
I love the, let me see if I can zoom in. The tails are moving on the dragons, and that looks so cool. I think that's the meat hall right there, the big tall thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's a lot of food to be eaten here, but I think more than anything, we just need a snack to get us going.
Yeah,
and we're going to split this thing and see how it is.
I get a little bit of the steak here.
It's worth noting, I haven't tried meat cooked by dragons.
That's true. So, I've never had it, We'll get a little bit of just the steak with the sauce. The steak is actually a lot better than I expected. It's not, like I thought it was gonna be really chewy. I thought it would take me a while to eat it. It's not as bad as I expected for the price. I mean, I think this was $20, but food here has been on the pricier side anyway. So I'm enjoying it. I wanna get a little bit of it with like these mushrooms as well, because I like mushrooms. The mushrooms are nice. They're cooked really nicely. They have some kind of gravy or something with them. This is a really nice bowl. I like this.
Something else worth noting, this park is full of restaurants where you kind of have to sit down. It's more of a production, like they have to bring it to you.
Yeah.
This is an easy grab and go place.
Yeah, you can just walk up and, or you can even mobile order on your phone.
Yeah.
And just pick it up at the window and take it wherever you want.
We went to the window because we had our cups from yesterday and we reactivated them.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, they have these freestyle machines throughout the park.
Yeah.
And you can refill a cup.
I wasn't planning on getting one of these because I've been trying to drink more water lately, and we have a ton of these cups lying around anyway. But if you look at the other side, it says grand opening 2025, so that's pretty cool. It's not the grand opening right now, but we will be back for the grand opening, so I think it still counts.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
This was $18 and you get to refill it all day. And then if you come back to the park, I think it's a $12
Yeah,
to
it was
refill
$12 minus the pass holder discount to reactivate, so I don't think it's a bad deal.
As I was casually eating my bowl, I heard a loud noise over here, and I was wondering what's going on. This is going on.
I was wondering if this was the dragon that cooked our meat, but I think he breathes ice.
Yeah.
Not fire. So maybe he makes ice cream or something. I don't know.
I don't know. This is cool. There's the dragon. That looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
That's really cool. That's awesome. Look at the stroller parking sign.
I feel like they started doing this with the DreamWorks land. Maybe they did it before that, but I started noticing it at DreamWorks land. They have the themed stroller parking signs. I love those.
So cool.
I love all the details and Coming further into the land, you have a couple meet and greets over here. I think just behind this rock thing you have Astrid, I believe is her name, and then right across from Astrid, this is where Toothless meets, I think, and it actually looks really good. Like
he's behind the he's
hiding behind the bushes right now, but it says 45-minute wait. It probably is, because it's not that long of a line, but he's not out right now.
It is a very cool meet and greet.
Yeah.
I walked by here yesterday, and to see it was just really cool. I think a lot of people are gonna love this.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so cool. I like this thing up here too. Do you spin that thing?
Maybe you should go try.
I don't want to interrupt Astrid, so maybe I'll do it kind of quietly. Let me go right here. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. It moves when you spin the wheel. That's pretty cool. Gosh, look at this over here. It's like a tree fell, like it's a broken tree, and then carved into the side of it.
That's when Hiccup met Toothless the first time.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
All the details in this place. I mean, it just keeps going and going. There's a ton of stuff to see.
There's a lot of revisability here too.
Yeah.
Like you can come back and find these small details.
Next time we come, we're gonna notice completely different things.
I really want to see the show. The show's there. That's called
we might have to try. Yeah. Next one's at 1:30, so we'll see.
That's very cool.
Over here we have Toothless Treasures, I believe this store is called. I think it's kind of the gift shop for the untrainable dragon, because it's right here, next to the exit.
Toothless main grease next door too, so it makes sense.
Are you gonna adopt a dragon?
Oh, that's cool. So
or
it's like
is this the one? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a plush in it. There's on display. So you open the egg and then, you have a little dragon in there. And these are $21. Did you see the baby dragons sleeping up there and you can hear them like they're making sounds?
That's fun. I love this, I love the theme candies.
Yeah.
It's like a rock candy. That's the coolest thing. Oh, that's what they do when you adopt
I'm sure. Yeah, they open it for you and
That's so cool.
There's just random animatronics all over this land. Look, these tails are wagging up here, and then you have these sheep just hanging out down here, and they're like moving around and making sounds.
When I first saw these, I thought they were just not moving.
Just statues.
And then I looked and
they're breathing and moving around, making sounds.
Wow.
Over here at the exit for the fire drill, look, they have these drying things, and they have a dragon up there that's breathing into it, like he's breathing fire to dry you. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
That's really fun. We continued down our way through Berk. We saw some dragons, we went by the mead hall, and then over here we ran into another one of these spinning things. So Matt's gonna spin and see what happens.
Oh, something, did you hear it?
Yeah, so the Viking, look, he moves. Here, let me get out. Here, I'm gonna move over this way.
When you turn it the other way, it makes like a sad sound.
Oh, so the guy on top, he moves.
Yeah.
And then he goes, he gets close to the horn and then it blows.
I'm sure.
That is so cool.
As we move along, I think it is time for us to go on our first ride of the day. What is this? This is Hiccup's Wing Glider. So I think it's like
it's a roller coaster.
Like a family roller coaster kind of. But
it goes through the entire land, so you get some really cool views of this area.
It looks fun. You can see it goes all the way over, loops all the way around.
So as you guys know, we cannot film the ride. We can take you guys in the queue, but in a couple minutes, we're gonna have to put the camera away in a locker.
Yeah.
So I think we'll head in and we'll see what we can show you guys here today. This is a pretty simple queue. There's not too much going on here, just kind of like your standard rope queue. But I do like how there's some fun things along the way that I guess Hiccup's been working on.
Yeah, and at least a lot of it is covered too.
Yes.
The lockers here at Epic Universe do work completely different than the other parks, and so I'm gonna show it to you guys. You just push this button, you wait. It took a picture of me, you can see there I am, so I just say, yes, that is me, and it'll open my locker. So there you go, we're gonna stick all of our things in here, go on the ride, and we will see you guys after. The locker system here is actually really nice and easy to use. The photo validation works perfectly, and you don't really have to worry that much about the picture. I remember yesterday when I did Monsters Unchained, I could not get, because there's this weird light right next to it. Yeah, and then there's a weird light that put a reflection on the lens, and it just wasn't getting a picture of me, and so finally I just said whatever, but it worked. It recognized me, so I don't know, it works pretty good. I like it.
So you like the ride?
It was pretty good. I mean, the roller coaster itself was fun. The story didn't really make sense, but you didn't really need it to enjoy the coaster.
Yeah,
it was still
just a fun, whatever.
It definitely wasn't like a Slinky Dog family coaster. It was more intense than that.
Yeah. But I mean, a step up.
Yeah.
And it's fun to get some views of the land too.
Yeah,
I liked when we went under the water and the water splashed at us. That was kind of cool. But overall, just a fun, simple coaster.
We've made our way back over by the entrance to the Isle of Berk. I feel like there's still some stuff that we didn't get to see, but this is a big park. We got a lot of things we want to cover today.
I really wanted the mac and cheese cone.
Yeah.
But I think I need to leave some things for me to come back and try. And there's so much food to try in this park that I'm just gonna try and pace myself.
We gotta kind of pace ourselves. It's still only like 1 o'clock, so we got plenty of time.
I'll say this land is very fun. I can't wait. I think apparently they've been talking about drones that fly over that look like
dragons. We've seen them like being tested from a distance before.
And every so often they have like an animatronic dragon that walks around. I can't wait for all of that, but it's pretty fun, and I appreciate all the fun little theming. Like the little details are always so cool. So pretty cool area.
We're walking through Celestial Park at the moment, and there is a lot going on here. Right over there at that booth right there, there's somebody that's writing poems for you, I guess. Like you go and he just writes a poem about you or for you or whatever. This booth right here, there's 2 artists doing watercolor paintings, and you can just go and they're complimentary.
Yeah.
You can just go and get one. I don't know how long they're gonna be doing them, but there's some really cool ones. There was one of the Chronos.
Look at the back.
Oh, it's a postcard, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Also, we saw some lady playing the violin. Yesterday, I saw like a statue lady posing.
Is that one of the Celestians?
Maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, there's just a lot of really cool things happening.
And you just never know what you're gonna see. And I think it kind of makes sense to go from there over into Dark Universe.
I would say so.
Yeah. Which, if you guys don't know, Dark Universe is one of the portals that'll be a land essentially based on the classic Universal monsters.
Yeah, it leads us into the village of Darkmoor, I believe, which
original story.
Yeah.
With all these different characters. It's a village where monsters have lived for years.
Yeah.
There's monster hunters, there's monsters, and basically everything else. We went in this yesterday and it was really cool, and I can't wait to find some more details in here today as well. But before we go in the portal, I think one of these water shows is starting, so maybe we'll catch this before we go in here today.
Yeah, some kind of water show.
I think this is the monster show.
What did you do to his arm this time?
Nothing.
What a shame.
Oh, I can't believe it. I just met the Invisible Man.
I'm sure.
So, just some context. I was standing there. There's a guy with me, and he had something on his arm, like covering up his arm.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, what did you do to that guy's arm this time?"
There you go.
I mean, that's enough. That was great. I don't know what else he's gonna do. Something I do want to note, yesterday when we were here, I actually met Frankenstein.
That's true.
And that was cool. I think we actually got some footage of that, too.
Yeah, so we can put that over right now.
Maybe we can even put the full clip so they can hear our interaction, too. So before we go any further, we'll put the full clip, and we'll see you guys afterwards. Hi, how's it going?
Hello. Hello.
How are you guys doing?
I am safe. How are you?
Pretty good.
Safe. Yes,
Yeah.
and how are you?
Pretty good, pretty safe.
Alive?
Yes.
Yes, he is alive just like you and me. Are you new to Darkmoor?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yes, I just came in a couple hours, or maybe an hour ago.
I see.
So, a
What do
little
you
bit.
think? Do you like Darkmoor?
It's pretty spooky, yeah.
Spooky.
Scared? A little bit, yeah.
Spooky means scared. Scared. You are scared.
A little bit.
You're
It's
not
pretty.
need to be afraid. Darkmoor can be very safe.
Well, do you
There are
mind?
good monsters and bad monsters. Not all monsters are bad.
Good
Many
to
people
know.
think that we are monsters, but we are not.
Friends.
We are friends.
Yeah,
yes.
friends. You mind if we get a picture?
Of course.
Awesome. This is so cool, though. Look at the Frankenstein castle.
Yeah, this
That's
is
awesome.
Frankenstein Manor, I believe is. And this is home to the Monsters Unchained ride.
Oh, there's a single rider here.
Oh,
Maybe
interesting.
we should try it.
We could if you want. I might wait, but you can ride it if you want. I rode it a couple times yesterday, and it was a fun ride. I think it does really good with the animatronics and the screens, and it all just blends together really nicely. The story is good. All right, well, Goo ended up going through the single rider of Monsters Unchained.
I walked right on.
Yeah.
The single rider, you don't get to see as much of the queue. You don't get the pre-show, but like if you've been on this before and you want to ride it again, that's
I guess so. I feel like the pre-show is one of the coolest parts of the ride. I really like the pre-show.
Yeah, it was fun. Again, they're still in their technical rehearsal, so some effects aren't like working.
Yeah.
And I could tell like something was supposed to be happening at some points and it wasn't happening.
Basically, you're going through Frankenstein Manor, like the Frankenstein mansion, and Dr. Harry Frankenstein's great-granddaughter, I believe, Henry Frankenstein, his great-granddaughter, I believe, is Victoria Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And she has all these like monster experiments that she's working on within the manor, and so like you're going through and seeing all of that, and it's an interesting experience. It's a fun ride.
It's a little bit like intense, but it's pretty cool, and I think it's awesome. It's cool to be able to experience it that quickly.
While Goo was on Monsters Unchained, I actually came over here and got in line for Curse of the Werewolf. It said, what's it say right now? It says 25 minutes, yeah. It said 45 when I got online, and I waited about 20.
They have a single rider too. It's closed right now.
Yeah, they said it was at capacity, but it was a pretty fun ride. I enjoyed like the ride overall, but I think it lasted maybe like a minute.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit short, but I don't know. I think it was fun. Also, the queue is cool, but I feel like you have to have seen the original Wolfman movie to kind of understand it, because it's like all the mystics and different stuff like that. So I love the sign though, the Curse of the Werewolf sign with the werewolf there. That's a fun one. Look on the ground, you see outside the Curse of the Werewolf, you see like wolf prints all over the place. That's fun. There's a lot of good details packed into the Dark universe here. That being said, I feel like it is the smallest out of all the different lands or worlds or whatever they call them. We are back here over by the front of the area already, so I think maybe we'll go in a couple of these stores, maybe like the Pretorius Scientific Oddities or whatever the main store is over here, and then we'll probably move on to the next area. We won't spend too much time in this store in here, but I do want to show a couple of things. Look at this like helmet they have, so you can turn into the creature from the Black Lagoon, and they have gloves and like these slippers and everything, so you could have a full costume here.
I think this is kind of the gift shop of the Darkmoor monster makeup experience.
Yeah, so you can go there and they turn you into a classic monster.
If you get turned into one, a lot of this stuff will be included, I think.
Over here's a couple more things they have for the monster makeup thing. You can be Dracula here. Oh gosh, look, it says Dracula on the inside.
That's cool.
That's fun. And they have this one for kids too. That's like a zip-up outfit with the whole fit. I love this Frankenstein jacket. That one would be a lot of fun, but it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
It's thick. Most of the shirts and clothes they have in here are just ones that we've already seen in the other stores, like the preview center and all that, so we're not going to focus too much on that. But they have some different fun things, like all the different classic monster merchandise. I like this merchandise for the Burning Blade Tavern too. They have this hat with the burning blades on it itself. And then on the back it says Darkmoor established 1818 as a bottle opener on it too. That's kind of fun. And they also have like this stein. It's pretty cool. This is hefty and it's $37. Yeah, but it's pretty heavy. And of course like some bottle openers, and I like this shirt too.
Well, I think our next stop is going to be to grab some lunch over here at Das Steakhouse. Oh gosh. Look at the lights. They're like made from like helmets. Maybe it's like the victims of the vampires. Did you see the guy? He was like, oh, come.
Yeah, he kind of looked like a vampire.
He was probably either a vampire or one of like the servants.
He kind of acted like the guy in the movie that was like trying to eat the fleas or the flies or whatever.
The servant of Dracula.
Yeah, the servant of Dracula, yeah.
But you can order up here or you can mobile order. So
we'll just go mobile order. Yeah. Those.
Beer. The Chiefs was just good luck.
I think so.
Well, we are officially seated here, and this is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's kind of like spooky. There's all kinds of different decor, like vampires, and like all the team members here are like kind of into it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very spooky. I also like the chairs too. Look at these chairs.
It has like a vampire bat on the back of it, and the skulls on those things too.
Oh yeah, I see those.
What's up? You want some more boys?
Thank you.
Dogs, enjoy your final meal.
Enjoy our final meal.
I'm sure.
Okay. So Matt went with the Crimson Glaze pork.
Yeah.
It is pork belly with bloody roast pork dipping sauce, charred green onion, mashed potatoes, roasted baby carrots, acorn, squash, and crispy mushrooms. So you can see all of those on the plate.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. And then we got this to share. I heard this was really good. So we got the Darkmoor black wings. Darkmoor spicy chili dusted fried wings with smoked cheddar, scallions, pimento, cornbread, skull, soy chili garlic sauce served with a familiar slaw.
Yeah, familiar indeed.
Yeah, very familiar. And then I went for this. This is the blood orange chicken sandwich. Is flash fried marinated chicken breast, blood orange sauce, pickles with a familiar slaw on a black bun with fries. I did not get pickles. I love the lighting changes in here, though.
Yeah, it goes red every once in a while. Also, the silverware is black. Oh. So, there you go. Very interesting, very spooky.
I don't know. I thought this was because I didn't get pickles, but there's this fun thing on this, and it says... Can you read that?
Nostro arbitro salus. There you go.
Your guess is as good as mine. Here's the chicken sandwich in question. It looks like some of this red, blood orange sauce is on the side. I'm glad they gave more blood orange sauce on the side because it's not very potent on the sandwich itself. The sandwich is okay. It's not the best chicken sandwich I've had before, but the sauce is what makes it for me. Pretty decent with the sauce.
Here's a look at a piece of the pork belly. It's pretty good by itself. I don't really care much for the sauce. It's kind of like sweet and bitter and just has a weird flavor to it, but the pork belly is cooked nicely. It has a decent flavor to it by itself. The carrots, I think, kind of taste like the sauce, so I don't really care much for them either. I don't really know how to describe it. I can't think of, I don't know, what do you think?
It has a really sweet flavor, and it's almost like a candy, like a Dolly Rancher.
Yeah.
And it has like a savory flavor afterwards. It's kind of weird.
It's like some kind of weird medicine or something, I don't know.
I feel like if you don't like the sauce, you're not gonna like the full dish. So I'm sure some people like it. Also, you have to give them credit for the creativity. Like, it looks really spooky. I think it was a cool move to bring the skull thing over here. They've had this in many different other events before. But I think, again, everything looks really cool. I think it's more of one of those places where everything just looks amazing.
So this is like a pimento cornbread, I think they said. It looks pretty good.
I'm gonna
And then we have the wings. The wings are kind of interesting because they're fried. They're breaded, which I wasn't expecting, but there's a look at the cornbread.
That looks
itself.
really good, actually. It's like one of those spicy cornbreads, like that jalapeno cornbread.
Yeah.
So it's real. I think this would be really nice with the wing too. So I'm gonna get some of the wing. Yeah, that's pretty decent. I'll say the wing itself, I'm not getting a ton of flavor from the sauce.
There's not a ton of sauce on it. It's kind of just drizzled on it more than anything.
The sauce is good. You just don't get a ton of it.
It makes me happy that the cornbread is nice and moist. It's not, normally I feel like with these things it's kind of dry, but this is good. It has a good flavor to it. It's not dry at all.
Wings were the clear winner here, I think.
Yeah.
Wings were great. Cornbread is good.
Yeah, overall that was the best dish.
I mean, I would come here just for the wings.
And this slaw, I don't even need to try it. It's very familiar. I remember it like it was yesterday, so we'll skip out on that.
You just don't like slaw.
Well, that's another story.
Overall, though, I think the theme in here is cool. The wings are good. Some things are good, better than others.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a really fun restaurant to be in. A lot of cool stuff to look at.
Let's look over here on the wall. Those are like graves, I think.
Oh gosh. Oh, are those where the vampires are buried?
I think so, probably.
Don't they come out of their coffins at night?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe that's where they live. Maybe that's where they sleep. I don't know.
I don't know. I like the knives.
Yeah, those are fun. The chandeliers up there.
Oh yeah, I was zoomed in.
Nice.
Well, I feel like we've been pacing ourselves pretty good. It's about what?
It's about 3 o'clock right now.
Almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're almost halfway throughout our day, and we've gone to 2 out of the 4 worlds. So I feel like we're kind of going at a good pace to kind of see a little bit of everything here today. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
That being said, going back to this area of the park, so reminder, How to Train Your Dragons over there. Stardust Racers. This is the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic area.
Ministry of Magic, that's what it's called, yeah.
So I think we're gonna go in here. We did receive a virtual queue, which was...
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that later. The ride is delayed right now, so we're probably not gonna get on it. But we'll talk a little bit more about how we did get it and what's happening for us since the ride is not open. I'll give you guys a look at the sign right outside the portal talking about the virtual queue. It says attraction is in technical rehearsal. A virtual line return time is required to experience this attraction, and a standby line will not be offered. So you scan this code, and apparently they're releasing new times throughout the day. According to the app, it says that they release them at, I think, 11 a.m., 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., but people have been saying that they're kind of just released sporadically.
It's worth noting that it's not open.
Yeah,
I think it just opened a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it says virtual line now. So I guess the ride is technically open, so we could go on it.
So,
but if you do want to get the virtual queue, you just go to the app like this, and under helpful tips, it says virtual line, and you click that, and it just brings you up to the Harry Potter ride. And under virtual line right there, it would be blue, I think, instead of...
and then you can click on it and select your time.
You'd be able to click on it and select the time.
We had one.
Yeah.
We had one. It was closed.
Yeah.
And they gave us an express pass because it closed. Does that mean we could go now?
So we can use that express pass, I believe, for pretty much anything in the park.
Okay.
I assume including the Harry Potter. I don't know for sure. We can go find out.
Either way, this is pretty exciting to see. And we rode this yesterday. It was a very fun ride, so we might try and go on it again today.
Another interesting thing to note about the virtual queue, we actually had one of the virtual lines yesterday when the ride was closed as well. And the lady told me, make sure you take a screenshot of it. And if you show it later on, then they'll be able to accommodate you later. So I don't know if I would be able to do that and the express pass that they gave me. I forgot to take a screenshot of it, so it's not happening today. But here's a look at the Ministry of Magic itself, I guess is what this is.
So this is the French Ministry of Magic in France. So everything's French inspired. There's a cafe right there. A lot of different restaurants and things. And then they have a show right there, which it's closed right now, but it'd be really cool to see one of these shows at some point.
I think it's kind of like a circus type show, something like that. You can see there's circus tents and all kinds of stuff. I've heard the shows are supposed to be really good, so we'll see them at some point, but probably not now, at least for this one. Looks like it must have just reopened, because look at this mob of people all around, all trying to get in.
Is this a line or just people?
I think this is a line of people waiting to scan in for their virtual queue, probably. Oh, so this is actually the Express Pass line. So if you did get one of the Express Passes, you can use it here. So I guess this is people that have gone in throughout the day. If you just have the regular virtual line, you can go up to the front.
I was thinking about going to the show they have over here, but unfortunately it is not operating today. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe we will just get in line for this attraction, try and use our Express Pass, and we'll see how this works here today. But hopefully everything will go good. I love the queue to this, so it's going to be really fun to bring you guys along for it again today.
Thank you. All right, well, we got in the line and we're getting up. Is this like where we transport to the other
This is the Metro Flu.
Yeah.
We're using the Metro Flu network to transfer.
So this, I think, takes us from the French Ministry to the British one.
Yes.
And then that's where whatever happens will happen.
Yep. We did this yesterday and the reveal was like incredible.
Yeah.
So this will be so cool.
I also appreciate that they don't just like pour us all through. They let us go through one group at a time, so it's a little more like you get the effect better. Here we go.
That was so cool. Again, I'll say it again, the scale of this place is massive. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, looking at this and like the reveal coming through is always so cool. We're kind of in a chaos here because it just reopened, but hopefully we won't be waiting too long here today. So we made it past like the main room of the Ministry of Magic, and we're kind of getting into here. There was a wait time. I like that even with the virtual line, they tell you how long you're gonna wait.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't have Express, it would be 75 minutes.
And it's just kind of wonky right now because it was down pretty much all day.
Yeah.
And now everyone's trying to get on.
Everyone that had Express is coming right now.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of getting in. We'll kind of show you as much of the queue as we can.
Yeah.
But we're gonna mostly just get on the ride.
They said from here it's gonna be about 30 minutes for reference. So if you're ever waiting and you're like just coming in from outside the big room.
With Express.
Yeah, you're gonna be about 30 minutes at Express.
I talked about this yesterday, but I feel like it's fun to watch Universal's history with like these talking portraits. Yeah. Because they look really good now. Like they've gotten a lot better.
Gotten a lot better.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, we have some good news and we have some bad news. Unfortunately, the ride did go down again.
Yeah.
But the good news is we were able to stop by the photo stand.
Yeah.
And we were able to buy our picture from yesterday.
Yeah, we did ride it yesterday, and they have this like awesome frame that they can put your picture in. If I can get this out, here we go. So because it is like a trial, it's like a event. It would be in the newspaper, and so they put your picture on the newspaper. And it's cool, actually, it shows down there the date of your picture.
And this was the first day they were selling.
Yeah, this was the first day they ever sold these papers, so it's cool to have that date on it. It's a pretty nice, like, folder. It was a little bit on the pricey side. I think it was about $38 after our pass holder
But
discount.
that's a cool souvenir.
Yeah, it'll be something very cool to have and keep. And our first time ever at Epic Universe, so we definitely needed some kind of picture.
There we go. When it comes to the Ministry of Magic, there's not a ton of like new merchandise as far as there's a lot of like the classic Harry Potter merchandise that we've had before. That being said, we do have some fun Ministry of Magic stuff.
Yeah,
we have
got some mystery
pins.
pins.
A lot of this stuff was in the previous center, so we've already seen this around a little bit. But this is a pretty cool gift shop to come through. There's the Metro Flu merchandise. We got to go through that.
That is kind of cool that they have that, yeah.
That's cool. At this point, it's around 5:30, and I feel like it's getting a little bit later now. We spent a lot of time in the queue.
We waited for a while.
Yeah, it was. We were hoping for it to come back on, but it didn't. So I think at this point, we're probably gonna head out of this area just for lack of time, just so we can get on to a little bit of other things we wanted to do.
This area, I mean, it's cool, and I'm sure I would appreciate it more if I had seen the movies that were related to it, but it doesn't really, like, it's not something that I really care a whole lot personally. I care more about the Super Nintendo world.
Yeah. I'll say the show looks really cool. Yeah. And something I do want to say, even though we didn't try any food in this world today, we actually went here after the stream to this place.
Yeah, yesterday. And we got the Butterbeer crepe, which was very interesting. It is $20. It was a sizable crepe.
It was a big crepe. It's debatable if it was worth it or not.
It was shareable.
That restaurant was very nice inside. It was very cool. The crepe was good.
I enjoyed it.
I think in some areas it was kind of dry on the edges and the cream in the middle was kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
But I think overall it really tasted like butterbeer, and that's kind of what you want here. Yeah. So another thing I did notice, there are no freestyle machines in any of these restaurants here in this Harry Potter area.
There's none in this Ministry of Magic at all, and I was thinking about it. There's none in the other parks in the Harry Potter areas as well, so I think that's just a Harry Potter thing. It is a little bit inconvenient, but it is what it is.
Yeah. From here, though, I think we're gonna head out of the Ministry of Magic. I'm sure there's a lot of really cool effects around here with the wands. We didn't bring our wand today.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to come back and do like a full day playing with that someday too, which will be pretty cool. Back in Celestial Perk, I just wanted to make a comment on the music around here. There's a very cool soundtrack going, and I love that like it changes ever so slightly as you go into the different areas. So as you get by Helios, it changes a little bit more like different and like kind of grander, and then as you go by the different portals, like it kind of changes in reminiscence to the different world you're about to enter. That's just a cool idea. I'm just happy to see that. That's really cool. Fun little musical detail there. So we made it over here next to Nintendo World, which I think is gonna be our next stop for the day. But I do want to point out, if you're ever like here and you're like, oh, I want Nintendo merchandise, but I don't want to deal with all the chaos of going inside the land.
Yeah.
They do have the Nintendo Superstore out here, which is basically just kind of an outdoor Nintendo store.
They have pretty much everything.
Yeah, if you don't want to have to deal with going into land, right outside the portal.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna go in just because I feel like it's great
We
to go in there.
definitely need to. Yeah, we'll go and we'll walk around and we'll get some coins, see what else we get into. Perfect. We bought these power-up bands in the gift shop at our hotel yesterday, actually, and they also have them in all the stores here. But basically what they are is an interactive band that you can use all around the land to complete different quests, so like collect coins, you can collect stamps on different rides and things. I don't know, they're kind of just fun to play with and like go around and do different activities with.
It's really fun, but once you link it to your app, you can see there I am.
Yeah.
Good to you. So if anyone else is doing this, you can friend me on here.
Yeah, you can become friends with people and then like be on the leaderboard together or whatever.
As you hit the question mark box and get coins, you collect your coins, and then you can earn trophies by riding the rides and doing different challenges.
Yeah.
So punch every question mark block in one day gets you one of these stamps, and that gives you 80 more coins as well. So you're essentially earning coins, doing all the things you could do here, and it's a really fun. Like, I'm just having so much. It's literally like a video game. It's so cool.
It's awesome that you can like punch the block and it makes a sound, but it also actually does something. Like you can actually collect the coins.
Now, something else you can do. Bowser Jr. has stolen the golden mushroom. And he has put it down in his lair over there. But you have to unlock it with 3 of the keys. So you can go do the 3 key challenges. And once you do those, you can do the 2 remaining keys in his lair, and you can defeat him. And if you defeat him, you get a big prize. So there's just a lot of fun games here going on. It's just so cool, and I don't really know what to say. It's just a lot of fun.
One of the stamps you can get is called Toad Protector. And the way you get that stamp is by riding Yoshi's Adventure at least 6 times. We have already ridden it, I think 4 times actually. Gosh, there you go. You're getting some coins.
We've ridden this like 3 times, I think.
We've ridden it 4 times, I think, so far. And it's only a 5-minute wait, so if we can do it 2 more times,
I love that.
We'll get another stamp,
It's so simple, but like it's one of those people mover type rides where you just love to ride it. So cool.
So I guess we're gonna go to Yoshi real quick 2 more times to collect our next stamp. And then who knows what else we'll do, I don't really know. We'll just go around and enjoy the land and have a good time.
I love the sign too.
With the egg churning, lots of fun. Hello.
Thank you. There's Toadette.
Gosh, Oh, you can also see there's some interactive things in here. So you can collect some cherries, or up here I think you can click like the egg block or something, and you get different stamps from that as well. Hello. After getting off Yoshi's Adventures, we were starting to head towards Donkey Kong Country. But we were thinking about this Yoshi's Snack Island, which has not yet opened for whatever reason. I guess it's not ready yet. What are they gonna have, like fruit-based drinks?
I think they're gonna have like smoothies.
Because
Because
that's what it
Yoshi,
sounded like to
his
me.
favorite food is fruit.
That's true,
No, I didn't know that, but that's good to know. But everything is gonna be like fruit-based or like fruit-inspired.
Oh, well, it'll probably be pretty good. The pictures we've seen have looked pretty good, but
it's weird because some things we just have very limited menus out right now. Like for instance, the bubbly barrel where they have the Donkey Kong thing.
like in a Donkey Kong barrel cup.
It is very cool, but that's the only thing they have there.
They only have 1 drink as of right now. So maybe they'll get more in the future. Hopefully they'll get more in the future. But either way, this has been a great time so far. I think we're gonna continue on.
Yeah, I remember in Japan at their Donkey Kong, they have a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not sure if we're gonna be getting that at some point,
see.
but I guess we'll see.
One of the really fun things they have over here in Donkey Kong Country is this like drumming game. You drum to the sounds of the jungle, I think they said. Basically just the sound that you hear right now, like that music, that drumming music. You drum along to
the
it.
The Donkey Kong song.
Yeah.
It's so cool. You get to play it, and if you play the rhythm right, and all 3 players do it, Rambi the Rhino will pop out.
And so the crate
cool.
will,
And we just did it, and we just completed it. I feel so accomplished.
There you go.
I did this yesterday, and I failed terribly.
It was very fun, and I believe we get a stamp from that too, from getting Rambi to come out. So
Donkey Kong usually will meet here, but he's not meeting now.
I don't think he's been meeting lately at all, unfortunately.
But
maybe when we come back for the grand opening, he'll be meeting. That would be cool. This thing over here is, I believe, the slot machine barrel. And I think, you tap your band on it there. Put your hand. Would you get a coin? Wow. As you can see, I am now outside of Super Nintendo World. We have been hanging out, going on rides, collecting coins, having a great time, but now that it is starting to get considerably darker, I think I want to take a trip over to the Dark Universe, because I feel like that would look so good at night. I bet that's really like a nighttime land over there with the fog and like the lightning and everything lit up. I think we're gonna head over in that direction. That's the last thing I really want to do today. All right, here we go through the Dark Universe portal at nighttime. This is definitely the best nighttime land in this park. It looks so good with like the steam or the fog there, and the signs are lit up. Look at that one. What's it say? Oh, Dr. H. Jekyll. That's a cool sign. That's fun. I didn't even notice that earlier. I don't know what Igor's doing over here. This place is so much fun. All the character interactions, they're so good at it. We had to cut our visit to Darko a little bit short today because Goo really wants to go over by the fountain. Apparently he is expecting at 9 o'clock they are gonna do some kind of like fountain light up show. I guess they did it last night. So he's hoping that they're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna head over there now, take a look at it. And if they do it, we'll share it with you guys. That was some of the shows that they do here on the fountain. I think they do different shows throughout the day. Today it seemed like they were doing them about every half hour, but they're probably still testing, so it might be different when you come. But either way, today has been a lot of fun. It's been a very long day, but we got a lot of stuff done. We had a lot of fun, and we got to bring you guys along, which is great. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed because we're gonna have a lot more fun adventures coming, whether it's Universal or Disney or other things. We'll have a lot coming up in the next couple weeks and months. But until then, I'm Matt, you're you, and I will see you on the next review.